It seems safe to assume that everyone showered today. By nod of head, how many of you have ever had to sit next to the stinky, dirty person? Now, how many of you have ever felt like you were that stinky or dirty person? The problem is, poor hygiene goes unaddressed due to product inaccessibility and lack of habitual discipline. Various hygienes can affect your social and health aspects. So I want to encourage you and help you recognize the necessity of having a new high school required class. So let's talk about the different types of hygiene and why they matter. In 2013, David Newton declared, quote, "The specific procedures that constitute good hygienic practice differ to some extent depending on the settings in which they are carried out." End quote. Newton's Hygiene article for Gale Encyclopedia of Public Health outlines the difference from personal hygiene to medical hygiene, which is the equipment, sterilization, and sanitation, to occupational hygiene, which is how safe your work environment is. All involve constant sanitation. Besides the health concerns, hygiene eludes social status. In 2015, Jacques van der Gist wrote, "Hygiene and sanitation, medical, social, and psychological concerns," to highlight the social significance of cleanliness. The CM8J article quotes, "Hygiene behavior, therefore, has more to do with impression management and showing respect to others than with the prevention of disease." End quote. Based on this aspect, people can feel embarrassed about their hygiene. People who struggle with hygiene often suffer because of inaccessibility. Products can be expensive. Let's consider a trip to Walmart for the basics. Body wash starts at $2.17, and deodorant starts at $2.47. Mouthwash is just $3. That's 3 basic products already over $7. Hygiene is an investment. Considering when and where it all started to go wrong, we need a high school class based on hygiene. Dr. Ken Shore recognizes the need to readdress personal hygiene with students in his article, "Encouraging Good Hygiene," submitted to educationworld.com. School classes already teach our growing students about health and sexual education, and they have all the materials necessary. So they should have participation requirements, focus on hygiene to produce good, lasting habits. So here's my invitation to you to impact the community that you call home. Have you ever heard of monkey see, monkey do? Because in 2019, Michael Miller wrote an article, "Are Moods and Behaviors Contagious?" for Harvard Medical School Commissaries on Health. His article says, quote, "Research suggests that friends, family members, and even friends of friends can spread particular health behaviors and emotions just as they can spread a cold or flu virus." End quote. That means that when you practice your good hygiene habits, you're blindly encouraging those around you. Given that it's easier said than done, Carrie Patterson wrote a blog, "6 Ways to Tactfully Bring Up Personal Hygiene Issues," in 2015 to Psychology Today. The most polite, effective, and subtle way to address any issues is through a relaxed and private conversation. As a very last resort to obtaining your basic hygiene products, there are nonprofit organizations that will provide where the government does not. Associations like Giving the Basics donate to schools and registered families to give everyone an equal hygienic opportunity. Not only could you apply if you're needing the assistance, you can give appropriate donations. To wrap it all up, I told you all about hygiene, all the different types, and how important it is to recognize the differences. We talked about why people avoid discomforting conversations about hygiene. And I also told you the cheap cost of your basic products. Part of our solution could be having a new curricular course in high school that helps solve the problem at the root. So, besides participation, monkey see, monkey do, you practice what you preach. You should respectfully address those who might be a little behind on the topic, and donate when is possible, because there's no telling when you could be on the other end of that neediness. So now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go wash my hands.